Hey everybody, if you're watching this, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a short video, but I've been meaning to say this for a second. I am somebody who is boycotting Target and boycotting Target because they roll back their DEI programs. And I think that black people are also showing how we can actually target a group, and not that it hasn't been done before. The Montgomery bus boycott was a whole year, and they basically bankrupted the bus system, so on and so forth. But let me be clear, I am not boycotting Target because Jamal Bryant said so, or because Al Sharpton said so. And this meeting they had like a week and a half ago, with the Target CEO saying they had like 3 demands. Jamal Bryant talked about he had 3 demands, and they only met one. And granted, I think, yes, if you went to them with demands, certainly in regards to race and hiring and things like that, and they refuse to do it, fuck them. But I'm not boycotting Target because Jamal Bryant or Al Sharpton. I'm doing this out of my own self-respect and dignity in the face of how they treat us. Okay, I don't know why people are so quick to be self-appointed for the black community. I was not on no Target fast. I was during Lent. I didn't need to do that. I had already been boycotting them. I don't like the fact that, like, the Target CEO seems to think meeting with these people that they somehow represent the interests of African Americans, like, collectively, who are not buying from them. That's also a problem. Because I don't appreciate it. And no, I don't have anything to do with New Birth, but I know anybody who took New Birth after Eddie Long and his, I don't care if under Georgia law it's just considered inappropriate behavior because 16 technically makes you consensual and all that other bullshit. It's predatory. And anybody who want to take over a church of people that's still stuck by him after that, something is wrong. And Jamal Bryant is one of those people who always has one foot in, one foot out, right? Like, you know, he'll talk all this stuff, this social justice stuff. The thing is, there are plenty of educated pulpiteers. And by that I mean, like, you know how to sound like real preachers, like the ones who really preach about the good news of Christ and how black people do have a right to fight to end their oppression through Christ. You can watch those kinds of preachers long enough. You can go to divinity school and study how to do it and not be called by God to do it. I'm not saying that he's not. What I'm saying is it doesn't align for me. And I just feel like he's one of those people who's always kind of like in it, kind of, not really. So, for example, Eddie Long accused of molesting boys, you know, a couple of whom came out and told their stories, right? But you choose to take over his church and then have the screening of R. Kelly's predatory behavior with the Savage family. Y'all remember the Savages? I don't even know if that girl made it back home, but nevertheless, it just seemed like to me, one foot in, one foot out. Do you really think you're the person for that? You know, he's, you know, had this whole crusade for a while. I guess he changed his mind because he's in Atlanta and still wants to bring in money and revenue, basically against the gays. And then you look at him in things like Chanel suspenders and very feminine looking slippers. I don't care how expensive they are. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it just, he doesn't represent me. Am I the only one with a problem with that? And I know Al Sharpton does National Action Network here and stuff in New York. I'm not a member of that. And the fact that he chose to meet, the CEO chose to meet with these 2 people, is also part of the problem. Not so much that you don't have representatives and meet with them. We know he can't meet with every black person in the country. But the presumption is, okay, yeah, I'll deal with them. I'll say the right things and then get rid of them. Like, what the hell? It's annoying to me. It's annoying to me. Anyway, I came back from having lunch today with a former student who graduated high school in like 2019. I don't even teach at the school I taught at anymore. With her, and She had sent me an email out of nowhere, and I was like, it was very long, and she was talking about her experiences. She was black and in a white space, and I remember staying on her about her work, this, that, and the other. And as she was talking to me, I'm looking at, a grown woman, a young woman, I mean, who was basically apologizing to me for being a pain in the ass in high school. And I'm just, I said, look, it was always because I wanted the best. She said, no, I get it now, because I realized in college that, there's a lot of people who just don't care about whether I learned or not. And I just wanted to tell you that. And, and she was talking a lot about different stuff, but that really warmed my heart. It really did. So anyway, that's that. Also, so Elon Musk is on his way out of the White House. Is he having a temper tantrum because his bromance is falling apart because now people are returning their Teslas? They were going to do that anyway. Your trucks are catching on fire. Okay? So all of this going down in the White House, Pete Hegseth got his wife on war text messages and stuff like that, heading up the Pentagon. He was in that same category of Matt Gaetz. He should have never even made it to the table. And there were Democrats that voted for him as well. Like these ridiculous people like Linda McMahon and all this other shit. They are about to bankrupt this country. And America has nobody to blame but America. Them white women who have never seen themselves aligned with black women ever. It's always a different story. When they want something and need something, they have been the largest beneficiaries of affirmative action. Like, it's just, there has been a lot of mess. Y'all do realize we are not even 6 full months into this administration. This is going to take years to clean up already, just with this, and he's not even done. And the fact that he can't read and doesn't know what the hell a Declaration of Independence is, talking about it's a unifying document, the fuck it is. The whole document, and I know because I've read it a million times and taught it a million times. Y'all do realize that Thomas Jefferson plagiarizing things from John Locke, nevertheless, is basically given a series of reasons why the colonies, or now what we know as the East Coast of the United States, is going to fight a war against Britain. And it's because of the things that King George III has done as a tyrant. And we don't believe in this tyrannical kind of rule. No taxation without representation. Of course, no mention of slavery. That's a minor detail for them. The fact that the President of the United States has that on the wall and could not say what it was about. Now, granted, we can argue whether or not it was a fair question since we know he can't read. But I'm just saying. And this is the person cutting funds for education and then saying we need to recenter America, not make white people feel bad. He doesn't know the basics. Do y'all realize how wild this is? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to even get into it too tough. And I am still restraining myself because I said I got to keep my money saved away because I don't know what's going to happen because it seems like everything is going amok. But thank you. Shout out to all those people on TikTok who have been live streaming and uploading their videos of the Cowboy Carter tour. I know Beyonce had to fire somebody. Y'all forgot her steps. Beyonce look pissed. I mean, she keeps it together well, but Beyonce pissed. Like, I know y'all didn't do it. I think Blue Ivy looks amazing. She's a very pretty girl. I think she has been working her ass off, and I'm glad. I'm glad she does it. I'm glad Beyonce, taught her about hard work. I am sorry for any hurt that she has experienced as a result of just being born to 2 stars, because people want to talk about her hair, talk about how she looks, talk about how she's so, like the girl wasn't fucking 11 years old. I teach 9 and 10-year-olds and high schoolers. Y'all don't realize how small that is. She's a tall girl for her age. She just got to be 13, but when I saw her catwalk, so nasty, I said, girl, you better do it. I love a good comeback story. But the point is, she's still a baby. She's still a kid. And Rumi is just as cute as she can be. But as y'all see Miss Tina try to get her together like the old school grandma on stage, I loved it. And I love that Blue Ivy is a good big sister. You could tell that, like, she's there. She knows the rules. She knows how her mother checks out. She knew her mother was at work. And she just looked at her and goes, She was right there for her, because Miss Tina was about to do the black Southern grandmama, and we. But congratulations to you on your book. My comment. I know people talking about Matthew Knowles was cheating the whole time, and there's been people doing think pieces and all this other stuff. And that kind of stuff is not something I necessarily get into. Shout out to Tina for not going into the Destiny's Child stuff, because honestly, it's not her story to tell. And considering how depressed Beyonce was, and they said she wasn't even getting out of bed and was really sad about that, maybe that's not something she felt like was necessary to bring out. Yeah, we want to know what happened, because honestly, the rest of us felt that heartbreak, but that ain't the point. They was Destiny's Child of 3 longer than they were Destiny's Child of 4. Nevertheless, I hate these think pieces where they go, and the whole time her husband didn't even like her. I realize that black women have learned to create a language around men who mistreat us, who are narcissistic and stuff like that. But I really resent it that y'all continue to start using this language. That man doesn't like you. That man doesn't want you. No, he may not. Or that man hates you. This, that, and the other. He may. But we're also doing it to try to point out, the pain. But the pain while putting pain inside somebody. How about saying Matthew Knowles hated himself and was insecure in himself and didn't believe he was worthy of Tina, and then kept going out getting ego boosts from various different women? He was already off kilter. And I just think people always saying that, it just really is starting to really piss me off. Like, this man doesn't like you. If he don't do it, he don't like you. He don't, like, I know, like, y'all think by saying the quiet part out loud that you somehow fixed it, but it's just like delivering information to women, like saying somebody is cheating on you and that's not a close friend of yours or somebody you're close to, and you don't deliver that information with care. That's cruelty. And I just feel like black women need to go ahead, let's go ahead and pull a plug on that kind of language. Call them out for what they do. Because the bottom line is, Tina was doing what she was supposed to do as a loving and devoted wife. She got up and left a few times. And she put her energy into her kid. And we should be grateful that she was vulnerable enough to share that story so other women can learn from it. Because she ain't the only one that's ever been through that. I don't care if you had plenty of money like they did, even before, Beyonce was a star. Like, these were well-to-do people. Or your poor women face those same obstacles because of men across the border like that. Please stop saying that. And that's just something I want to get off my chest. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. Oh, also, if y'all know anything good this one, let me know so I can review it. Okay.